Hey everyone, it's that guy over there. I'm gonna review um, Commissar Warwick's Blood Angel list. When he posted it up, he asked for some folks to comment back on it, and so I'll take him up on that. Maybe he'll comment on mine as well. So anyway, I listened to his video and wrote it down. So what I've got is for his 2,000 point list. He's got a Librarian Dreadnought level 2, a Librarian with a Jump Pack level 2, um, 2 Sanguinary Priests with Jump Packs and Bolt Pistols. He's got a group of Sniper Scouts with Camo Cloaks, 5 of them. He's got 3 5-man tactical squads. 1 of them has a missile launcher and 2 of them have las cannons. He's got a Furiosa Dreadnought with Talons, 2 times Heavy Flamer, and a Magna Grapple, and a Drop Pod. He's got a Terminator squad with no upgrades. He's got a Storm Raven, a Last Cannon Multi-Melta, and then he's got 8 Death Company with Thunderhammer, 7 Death Company with a Power Fist. He's got Lamartes, and 5 Assault Marines with a Veteran Sergeant with a Power Fist. So, I think it's solid. I think it's a good start, and it gives him a lot of room to move models around once he's got them all painted up, um, to take the list in a lot of different directions, which is good. The new Blood Angel Codex, I know mine. I have all these Jump Marines, so it really kind of turned my list on its head when I couldn't make them troops anymore. So yeah, so what do I think about his list? So he's got 2 librarians. I've kind of gotten away from psychic powers. I feel like psychers just aren't particularly reliable in 7th edition. Um, so maybe the Blood Angel powers, they matter enough, because they give you +1 attack, 5 + vulnerable save, plus D3 attacks initiative to warrant taking 2 level 2s. But I'm not sure if the librarians are particularly effective. If you had one, if you'd have 1 level 2, then it would be, you'd get more return from that, because you'd have all your dice. Because if you roll 1 dice, let's say so D6. Let's say you roll a 1, you're gonna get 1 plus your 2 level 2s is 5 dice, and then you have to split those 5 dice between those 2 level 2s, and then you're trying to get them off, past Deny the Witches and things like that. So I don't know. I mean, with my Tyranids, they have a lot of psychers, but a lot of them are psychers plus all the other things they do. So I take them for what they do, not necessarily because they're psychers. I don't know. I mean, maybe try it. I think the Librarian Dreadnought, I think it rides in the Storm Raven, but I think that'd be interesting because he's got Strength 10, AP2 power weapon, or force weapon. So that might be worth it. I'm not sure if the Librarian is going to be bringing anything to the table. I don't know, but I could be wrong. The Sanguinary Priests, though, I really think, I think one of these Sanguinary Priests, maybe even both of them, are going to go to the Death Company to give them +1 weapon skill, but I think you get more hits from just adding more Death Company to it. I think having Sanguinary Priests in there, I don't know, because for Assault Marines, he's got that squad of Assault Marines. I had considered taking out a unit of Death Company and putting in Assault Marines, 10 of them, and putting a Jump Priest or a Jump Sanguinary Priest in there with them to give them Feel No Pain, +1 weapon skill, and then they'd be like mini Death Company, except they could take Melta weapons. So I'd put 2 Melta guns on, or 2 Inferno pistols on the Sergeant. I'd have 2 Melta guns in there, and then they'd be like a mini unit of Death Company running around. So that might be worth looking into, maybe converting one sanguinary priest into more assault marines, and then just putting that sanguinary priest in there with the assault marines. But yeah, so I mean that's how what I'm looking at for the headquarters choices, because honestly I feel like the list I'm making anyways, I take either a headquarters choice like for instance Mephiston here, who is going to do a lot on the table, or I just take something that is just going to satisfy the requirement for a headquarters choice. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on the headquarters part. The troops section I think is solid. I think they're designed to kind of sit back and shoot while holding objectives while everything else is moving forward. So I mean my play style, because I grew up as a Tyranid player, is more like the move forward swarm. So that's why this list looks the way it does. So I haven't really been the one to sit back and be static. But I think that could work. I think the sniper rifles trying to pick off like a monstrous creature, the tactical marines, putting pressure as the rest of the army moves forward. So that's good. The elites, I'm interested to see how his Death Company do, because he's got because obviously I have a lot of Death Company. I'm looking to add Thunderhammers and Power Fists in there, and then Lamartes. He's kind of like a taking another headquarters choice, but in your elites section. He lets you reroll the hit and everything, and I wouldn't mind taking him on my list either. It's just again, I think you might get more return from having more Death Company as opposed to Lamartes. But rerolls to hit is definitely good. I wish they could still reroll to wound. I think that was a cool power, but they don't have that anymore. The Terminator squad, I'm definitely kind of, maybe it's riding in the Storm Raven, and he said Terminator squad with no upgrades. So I'm not sure if they're assault Terminators or if it's Stormbolter and Power Fist, like shooty Terminators. But I feel like that's out of place. Just having 5 Terminators. So I don't know if they're riding in the Storm Raven. It seems like you give them at least because I think they can all take Chain Fists. Maybe have a Chain Fist or 2 in there just for a little bit extra CC punch. But they seem kind of thrown in there. So if you did have to go from 2000 to 1850, I think it'd be easy. Just take out the Terminator squad, and whatever else you needed to do. Maybe add some more Death Company or something. But yeah, that one seems kind of weird. So, but I'd just be interested to see what the Terminators are there for. And even if they're just there to hang back with the tactical squads or something to kind of keep pressure off of them, or if it's like you're facing someone who's going to be shooting at you a lot, ride them in the Storm Raven over to the other side to kind of punch some face in. But they're just kind of strange. That's kind of a strange thing. But anyway, I think it's looking good. I think it's kind of top heavy with headquarters, especially, and then some of the elites could be slimmed down a little bit. But I think it's off to a solid start. So, and I'd really appreciate to hear feedback on my list as well from anyone. But yeah, we're kind of trying to tag team this one together. So, all right. I hope Commissar Warwick gets something from this response to his list, and I'll see you with more content later.